Hello, third graders. Okay, so now it's time for the reading of the article. Teen leader calls for greater attention to climate change. Okay, so your job right now, you're going to first listen to me read, and then on the next slide, you are going to reread the article by yourself and answer the question at the end of the article. What is the main idea, and what are two key details that support your response? Okay, let's begin reading. Teen leaders call for greater attention to climate change. Greta Thunberg has become famous. She is 16 years old. She leads other students in fighting global warming. Global warming is the heating up of Earth's climate. It is also called climate change. Scientists think that it comes from the fuel that people use. People burn these fuels to make energy. Many things from cars to lights run on this energy. Burning these fuels create greenhouse gases. The gases trap heat in the air, making the world hotter. If you click on these words when you read your article on the next slide, they will come up. You can press on them and it will give you can say, see definition for this power word. Okay, let's continue reading. This right here is our heading. So remember, in the main idea anchor chart video, it talked about some clues to help you solve the main idea is that you can look at the headings. So leaders should keep their promises. Greta is from Sweden. She said the students need help from older people to get leaders to keep their promises. She spoke at an event in London, United Kingdom, or pronounce UK. People are learning more about the climate, she said. Still, greenhouse gas emissions, meaning how much goes into the air, have gotten worse, she said. Greta talked about companies and governments. She thinks they need to do more to protect the planet. Protests were going on before her talk. She said that the protests need to spread. It is not just young people being tired of leaders. Sorry, excuse me, she said. They called it more serious. It is something that will affect the future of our world, she said. Franny Armstrong made a movie about climate change. In a question and answer time, she asked if it was time for a general strike. Yes, said Greta. In a general strike, workers in most companies do not go to work. I'm just going to pause right here because I just made a text to text connection. So if you have done the work of Brave Girl, they talk about a strike, how the workers go on a strike. Just a text to text connection that I have made while reading this article. Now let's continue reading. Slow to join the strike. Remember, this is another heading. Slow to join the strikes. Workers group have been slow to join the strikes. Some fear it will hurt their jobs. They talk took place on Earth Day, April 22nd. When Greta went on stage, people cheered and clapped. Armstrong said she had been to talks over the years, but had never seen anything like it. She called Greta a star. Greta told the crowd she was surprised at the spread of her work. It began less than a year ago. She went on strike alone outside a Sweden government building. It has all happened so fast, she said. Caroline Lucas is a leader in the UK government. She said the protest gave her hope. It feels like a turning point in the history of how we defend our planet, she said. Young people are fighting a system that is broken, she said. Ann Taylor is with the UK Student Climate Network. She agreed with Greta. Students are not going to accept leaders just saying they support students, she said. They must do more, she said. Okay, that is the end of our article about climate change and how the teen wants to bring more awareness to climate change. So now that you are done reading the article with me, on the next slide, you are going to read the article by yourself as best as you can, and then you're going to answer the question at the end of the article about what the main idea is and the two key details that you have to support what the main idea is. Okay, good luck, and I'll probably see you in other videos. Keep up the hard work, third grade.